Hello, and welcome back to The Spark is Love. This month for July, we're going to be interviewing Candela by G, and we're going to find out all about her and her products. So let's invite Yessica Guzman. Yessica, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself and about Candela G?
Sure. My name is Jessica, like Casey said. So I'm a wife for that. I've been married for almost 8 years with Kenny Guzman. I have a 2-year-old Oliver Guzman. He keeps me busy. I also do volunteer work, helping others learn more about the Bible and to answer some questions about life. And I'm the owner, creator, and everything about Candela by G.
Wonderful. Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're gonna find out a little bit. You have a lot going on, and we interview people in our community that are taking care
Hmm.
of their health. So, what are some actions that you have taken to care for yourself?
Yes. So one of the things I decided to do many years ago is be more mindful of my eating habits. Not
Mhm.
that I'm being super like having like a specific diet, but just
Mhm.
make sure what I'm eating, what are the ingredients that actually helped me a lot with certain health conditions that I was having, and they actually improved significantly. Also, making more time to work out, taking time for myself to do that. Having a kid, they weight more every month, so they get heavy and heavy. So
Yes.
making sure I have a good workout routine helped me to feel physically more strong and also emotionally more stable, and I rest better. And also reading more and being more aware of my emotions and meditating more had helped me to put everything in my emotional health and spiritual health in balance.
Awesome. That is absolutely awesome. And we were
Yeah.
talking before that sometimes as a caregiver, and taking care of so many people at home, and
Mhm.
you feel kind of guilty. You feel
Yes.
you
Yeah.
taking care of yourself, you feel like there's a unspoken guilt where
Yeah.
you feel like I'm leaving my baby or somebody needs me. How do you deal with that?
So one of the things that I have think about is
Mhm.
sometimes when we think about let me take time for myself.
Mhm.
Good percent of the time, if not all the time, you're not doing something that is very selfish. It's something that you actually need. Taking care of your emotional health, taking time for yourself during the day or during the week, it's not something selfish. It's actually something that you need to in order to take care of that person even better.
Mhm.
So just reminding yourself what are the benefits for me and for the person that I'm taking care of. Me doing this, how it's going to help them and it's going to help me. That actually puts in purpose for like with you in like I'm not doing something selfish, I'm doing
Yes.
something that I need in order
Yeah.
to do a better job. So that actually helped me a lot, and also expressing the things that I need to my tribe, like I call it, my letting them know, hey, this is something that I need, and be very clear and also reasonable of what I need and want to the
Mhm.
person that they surround me, especially my husband, letting him know.
Yes. That
Yeah.
is awesome because this interview is actually in conjunction with our class, Caring for the Caregiver. And a lot of people, whether they're taking care of their parents or maybe somebody disabled or like their children, we feel that. So that's really good.
Mhm.
Communication plays a big deal in getting what
Yeah.
you need. And it's
Yes.
not selfish. I like how you mentioned that because
Yes.
oftentimes we feel as though it is.
Yeah.
When you have all these things going on, not just caring about your family and the community, but you're also a business owner. Like,
Yeah.
how do you prioritize in your week at getting care for yourself?
So one of the things is I try to make sure I'm organized. It's not easy, it just, but in order for everything to work out and not feel overwhelmed, I make sure I have a clear schedule and flexible, but pretty clear. And I try to just be like, make sure I'm following it. And also, have everything organized, making sure I have a schedule. Also, since I'm taking care of somebody else, in my case, it's my kid. One thing could be I could have a schedule or something planned for today, but that can change at the second.
Yeah.
And being reasonable, understanding that okay, things might change, but I helping that person. This is also important for me. So having a balance. How can we compromise? And I would say that the main thing is communication. Yes, we're talking about a kid. How
Yes.
much can you communicate? But also, just in a reasonable way, you can also be like, okay, he's feeling this way, so this might not work today. But I want to do this. How can we compromise? Well, being reasonable, and you can make it work somehow. But it is important to take care of yourself. That just because circumstances change, that doesn't mean you cannot do what you need to do in order to feel better. You just might need to move it along during the weekend. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I love that. I love how you talk about not sacrificing your self-care, just maybe adjusting and adapting. Because even though we have kids, maybe in the caregiver, I've worked in long-term care and in the hospital. And sometimes even when maybe our parents or grandparents, when they set into dementia, unfortunately, sometimes you could have the day planned out and it just goes however it goes.
Yeah.
I like that. Something else you mentioned is having a good schedule. That requires a lot of discipline, Yessica.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Having this good schedule, I would say it's very important because you're also setting a pattern, not only for yourself, that is important. You said it was important for you. So making sure it's part of your schedule, you're gonna get it done. It's time for yourself, or it's part of the schedule. So we're gonna get it done. But if in case that somebody's involved with your routine, you're taking care of somebody, that will
mhm.
also help them to understand that this is important for you, but also this even important for themselves. Because if you
Yes,
feel good, you're going to do a better
yes,
job as a mom. You're going to do a better job as a daughter or as a son or as a caretaker. So it's even beneficial for them. And it also, in an indirect way, you're letting them know it is important even for them to take care to spend that time for them. Um,
yes,
so acknowledging that you need that, it could also help them to understand that they might have something that they want to do, but they're not expressing.
yes.
And the fact that you're being vocal, it will help them to say, well, maybe I can express what I want to do, and we can both feel happy at the end.
Uh-huh. That is such
Yeah.
a good point. And I really deep dive into this in my seminar, but it's not just only caring for the caregiver, it takes care of everybody. And
Exactly.
that leads me straight to this product that you created because it's actually out of your love and your care for your son that you created
Yeah.
Love IG. Would you mind telling us a little bit about it?
Sure. So as you mentioned, the reason why I started doing Candela by G is a line of organic products made at home, made with a lot of love. It's because
Yes.
even my son, when he was a few months, he got
Mhm.
diagnosed with eczema. I hope I'm saying it right
Yes.
in English.
Yeah.
So even though it might go away when he's older, it was because of so many ingredients that he had in his products when I was showering him. So I remember feeling so frustrated reading all the ingredients, like 30 of them, to know which one of those was giving me allergies. And the doctor was like, I mean, it gotta be like eczema.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing my own products because even for me, I want something clean, something organic. It's made with essential oil, so it's not fragrance. And what I love about Candela by G is our products, since they're with essential oils, you had the not only you're showering, you're using a pillow mist, you're using your lotion, but you're also having the benefit of the plant of flower that you decided to have in your collection. So it's like you can refresh yourself, you can like do everything at once, and they're meant to something that is for every day
Mhm.
to relax yourself. So it's like you're doing both at the same time.
Nice. Now,
Yeah.
your product, you make this at
Yes.
home? So
Yeah.
that gives you a lot of flexibility. So if someone has like allergies, you can customize.
Yes, I have a lot of customers that they told me, "Hey, I have an allergy. I don't. I this actually this essential oil gave me allergy. Well, we can use something else, or you want to target a specific problem. Let's say you're suffering from anxiety, you're suffering from depression, you're suffering, you need more energy. Even though my products they don't cure because they're not meant to do that, but they will help you to feel better. They will help you to calm. They will help you to feel more energized depending what you want. So I love when my customers call me or text me and they're like, "Hey Jessica, I want this is something that is I'm going through this. Can you help me?
Yes.
Can you create something for me?" And I'm like,
Yes.
"Sure. That's what I want you to call me for. I want to be like I want to be close to you and be like, yes, I have something for you."
Yes. You know what I like about your product is that you make it for like just a month, right? You don't want it to go old.
No, because essential oils, the benefit, they last up to 6 months.
Okay.
So something that I want you to enjoy the like every second of it. So I don't make a lot of quantities every month. I make sure I make enough to be in stock for 4 to 6 weeks. And then the next month I make another batch. I don't keep them in my stock for weeks or months because I want you to enjoy that benefit. So I do make a few every month at my home. And so when you get them, they're as fresh as they can be.
Wow, that is beautiful. That is wonderful. And you know, I know a lot of people are going to be interested in your product just for the simple fact that you put so much love into your work. I love that. Now, how
Thank you.
can my viewers get in touch with you if they want
So
to get your product?
yes, so I do have an Instagram page. It's Candela underscore by underscore G.
Uh-huh.
Or you can, my phone number is 939-240 8635. Sorry for my English, my translation. But yes, so yeah, you can get in touch with me and I can let you know all my products and show you a little bit more about us. Okay.
Wonderful. And I'm going to also post it in my description box of my YouTube channel. Yes.
Perfect. Yes,
Oh,
go to her YouTube.
yes, this is wonderful. Well, you know, I'm so proud of you for taking care of
Thank you.
and your family and with the love that you put, the love, the time, the energy, you're sharing it with everybody else and we get
Yes.
from it. And I just appreciate you so much. And I thank you for your time and sharing your products. I
Thank you.
talking with you soon.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.